Hello everyone. Welcome to A Million Things About Japan. I'm Machiko. I was born and raised in Japan, but I also lived in California for a little over 12 years. Then I moved back to Japan this past December. On each episode, I would like to introduce things related to Japan. It can be Japanese food, culture, customs, and more, but something unique, something really Japanese, and hopefully something new to you. So, please subscribe to the channel and find out what Japan can offer to you. よろしくお願いします。One thing I believe that's very Japanese, especially in summertime, is the various flavors of soft serve ice cream found throughout Japan, which we call soft cream. Besides vanilla, matcha, and strawberry, you can find some seasonal or limited edition regional flavors too. I've had sweet potato flavor, but I've seen hydrangea, and recently I saw rose flavor too. Maybe the weirdest flavor I've tried was wasabi. At the time, I was in the Izu area in Shizuoka Prefecture, which is famous for its wasabi. I saw a sign saying, "We have wasabi soft cream" near a wasabi farm located next to a stream. I was curious enough, so I tried it. Although I was expecting to get the green-colored soft cream, what I got was a regular vanilla one with a real freshly grated wasabi topping. It was interesting. I love wasabi, but for me, maybe wasabi with soft serve is not the best. I feel many Japanese foods are vastly improved if it is eaten with wasabi, such as sushi, sashimi, and soba. Recently, I tried some Wagyu beef skewers and added some wasabi, and it was a perfect pairing. I've also heard that wasabi can go well with grilled chicken, roasted pork, or even lamb chops. Another thing I know wasabi goes well with is avocados. I enjoy avocados with a little bit of soy sauce and wasabi. How simple is that? I looked for some other ingredients that go well with wasabi, and I discovered the combination of cheese and wasabi. I have never tried cheese with wasabi, so I went for it. First, I put a piece of cream cheese with wasabi on a Ritz cracker. It was interesting. I definitely tasted the kick of wasabi, but I feel it was not necessary. Visually, it looked nice, so I can see them as a party food. Next, I tried camembert cheese with wasabi. Again, it was not bad, but I definitely would eat the cheese by itself. There may be better kinds of cheese to pair with wasabi, but for me, wasabi and cheese is not an ideal combination. Sad. Another way wasabi can be eaten with more Western dishes is garlic rice with wasabi, or mixing wasabi into your salad dressing. Wasabi is Japan's leading condiment, and it can go with more Western foods than you may think. As you may know, wasabi is a spicy herb native to Japan. Wasabi belongs to the same family of plants as cabbage and broccoli. It was first used for medicinal purposes as a natural disinfectant. Before refrigeration was available, Japanese people used wasabi to keep fish from spoiling or causing food poisoning. Wasabi cultivation first began in Japan in the 16th century. Villagers presented wasabi to the shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu. He was impressed by the many benefits of wasabi and also by the leaf, which resembled the Tokugawa family crest. Wasabi is a plant that can only grow in limited areas. It required certain environmental conditions, soft sunlight, a constant source of abundant clean water, and the cool water temperature needs to be within a certain range. The main prefectures for wasabi farming are Nagano, Shizuoka, and Iwate. Many years ago, I visited Daiyo Wasabi Farm in a rural part of Nagano Prefecture. It is the largest flatland wasabi farm in Japan. I could tell they have an abundant source of fresh water that flows from the northern Alps of Japan. Daiyo Wasabi Farm has become a popular place to visit for international tourists too. There are walking paths and a water wheel near the river. The water wheel was constructed for the film Dreams by Kurosawa Akira in 1989. There are also shops that sell various wasabi goods, and you can purchase real fresh wasabi as well. If you have a chance to travel to that area and like wasabi, I highly recommend you visit. Even Japanese people do not buy fresh wasabi because it is not always available. I do see it sometimes in supermarkets in the fish or vegetable sections, and each time I go to Tsukiji Fish Market, I also see it for sale there. How do I choose good wasabi when shopping? It is best with a fresh, bright green stem that is not wilted. I choose one that is of medium thickness, which is consistent from top to bottom and should have a solid feel. If you were to bite into the raw wasabi, you would taste some bitterness, but no actual wasabi spiciness. The aroma and spiciness of wasabi comes from breaking up the wasabi cells when it is grated, causing an enzymatic reaction. Isn't that interesting? The method of grating wasabi makes a big difference. When grating wasabi, a ceramic grater will bring out the flavor better than a metal one. Grating a little bit as needed is better than grating a lot all at once. That way, it will bring out a better flavor. Also, grating gently in a circular motion with a fine grater will bring out more spiciness and is recommended. After grating, it takes 2 to 4 minutes for the aroma and the spiciness to reach its peak. You can enjoy the most delicious taste for about 10 minutes after that. The method of grating can affect the taste, so it's fun to find the way that best suits you. Wasabi needs to be refrigerated. If you cannot use up all the fresh wasabi at once, you should wipe off the excess water, wrap it in a dry paper towel, seal it in a Ziploc bag, and store it in the refrigerator. Then you could use it for about 2 to 3 weeks. When I went on a trip to the Izu area, I bought a wasabi set for my parents to enjoy at home, which came with a fresh wasabi and a small grater. We found the directions and it said a recommended way to enjoy wasabi is wasabi don, which is over rice in a bowl. It was pretty easy. We grated the wasabi on top of warm rice and added a little bit of soy sauce. That was it, and it was surprisingly tasty. What surprised us most was how different the fresh wasabi was from the tube wasabi. It was spicy, but not painfully so. There was a fragrance that tube one didn't have. If you have a chance to have some fresh wasabi, I really think you should try wasabi don. When eating sashimi, do you mix the wasabi into the soy sauce? That is totally fine, and lots of Japanese people do so, but you might want to try to put wasabi directly on sashimi and dip it into soy sauce to eat. I think by doing so, you can enjoy the combination of flavors more. If the sashimi is fatty, you can add a little more wasabi to adjust the balance of flavor to find your preference. I have not tried this yet, but I know some people put wasabi directly onto soba and eat it this way instead of mixing it into the sauce. By doing so, more of the buckwheat flavor can be enjoyed and the wasabi can be added for an extra kick. I will try it this way the next time I eat soba. As I said earlier, wasabi needs to be refrigerated, and unfortunately, it will be difficult to bring fresh wasabi from Japan to your country. So, I would like to introduce some wasabi-flavored snacks. My favorite wasabi-flavored snack is kakinotane. Kakinotane is a small rice cracker shaped like a persimmon seed and is one of the most common rice crackers in Japan. There are many different flavors these days, and I really like the wasabi one. I also found some wasabi-flavored potato chips called wasabifu. The package said it is wasabi and beef flavored. Interesting, right? Although I don't see it regularly, there is wasabi flavored Kit Kat too. I have bought some as a souvenir from Japan before, and my friends were very excited to try them. If you are curious enough, that may be something you want to look for in Japan. You may be able to find other wasabi-flavored snacks in Japan, and I think they can make an interesting souvenir. There is an image that wasabi is mostly for sushi or sashimi, but I believe it has potential for wider appeal. Do you have a favorite way to use wasabi? Please share your ideas with everyone in the comments. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. I also have an Instagram account for A Million Things About Japan. You can find the link on the description. Alright then, stay tuned for more episodes. Bye bye.